And greed has the roots in a cunning heart, where mind is not functioning properly and the greed takes over. Same thing for terrorism. Same thing for any politician to go out of the way and do bad things. And now this Ukraine-Russia tension is creating a worldwide stressful impact. Seeing the reactors being hit is not a small thing. What we as an individuals can do at this level, to tell you the truth, nothing can do. There is nothing which is in our hands. We can collectively pray and hopefully bring about some sense in political leaders so they can also become stronger and take action. In order to establish peace, sometimes a lot of chaotic things have to go on. When we witness, when we read all the ancient literatures, Greek times, Roman times, and how these crusaders, also under the name of religions, trying to spread peace and love, created so much of violence. Now, can we stop this violence by another level of violence? I don't think so. And can we also sit back and relax and say, okay, let God handle this matter? That is also not the case. So, deep down when we study the human nature, we often talk about this pollution and that pollution, water pollution, air pollution, chemical pollution, noise pollution, but they all have the roots. Why do an industrialist keep on discharging their toxic effluents into water channels or in sewer system and affect the oceans? It's a greed. And greed has the roots in a cunning heart, where mind is not functioning properly and the greed takes over. Same thing for terrorism. Same thing for any politician to go out of the way and do bad things. Greed is the main thing, and ego that fuels the action. Can we change individual by enforcement? I don't think so. The moment you enforce something, people rebel. Even a small child, when you say, don't do this, otherwise I'll punish you, they'll still do it quietly when you're not there. So, and we are talking about presidents and prime ministers, premiers of various countries who have bloated ego much more than a little child. They are not going to be stopped just because you put some economic embargo. It's not going to do that. Like vaccination, how to prevent it, that's the main thing. What could have other countries done better? Was there any measure to deter before they proceed? To warn and not to do anything is a bad thing. It's a bad decision. And I'm especially talking of some other comparative powers which are far more stronger than the Russian powers. They show the teeth, but they don't bite them. You know what I'm trying to say? America, for example, they warned Russia not to do it, but after giving the warning, what are they doing? They're keeping quiet, which is unfortunate. At the same time, we have learned lessons. I am also a US American citizen, see. We have learned a lesson during the Afghan war. If a small country like Afghanistan cannot be controlled and regulated, can you imagine America daring to regulate Russia? It can only create more and more, I think, problems throughout the world. So I think many countries, if they are wiser, I think let one country suffer. That's a bad thing from my part to say. That one country still might suffer, but something good will come out of it for sure. As a result, the Russians themselves, those who are not in favor of war, will also decide something politically at home. Similarly, Ukrainians also, they will learn the biggest lesson also. Whom to trust, whom not to trust. And other countries also will learn bigger lessons that, look, when such powers become too aggressive, even America, Canada, Britain, France, they don't come along, Germany. So can you trust them? So if the whole world, it's in a boiling state at the moment. There is no settling at the moment. And once Russia has witnessed their success in occupying Ukraine, right or wrong, we are not here to judge and discuss about the whole thing. Any action to prevail violently is always wrong. Justifiable or not, but it's always wrong. Other countries will also learn the lesson from this, that look, when Russia is aggressive and responsible countries, powerful countries like United States are not able to do anything, will you be able to stop the next move by another country like China, for example? So I think we are too small in a way to talk about all this at an individual level. And I really also am not very sure about how even country heads can help go through these situations. So prayerfully, that's the only thing we can do. When nothing else works from our side, prayer is the only instrument. We surrender to God and say, may thy will be done. At an individual level, like what we have done so far, we have ashrams in Romania, we have ashrams in Denmark, we have few abhyasis practicing heartfulness way of meditation in Poland. So we have shared their addresses, etc. So in case these Ukrainian refugees are passing through their ways, they can stay there as long as they like. And we have also raised some money from locally in the Europe, how we can financially help such displaced families. But as far as war is concerned, I think it's beyond us to handle it.